Hi everyone, and welcome to this video on the Studio Fiori Properties panel. Today, we will learn about the different field and script properties that can be set on a Fiori script. We will also learn how to change a script's core recording time for accurate ROI reporting. Let's get started. After you have mapped your Fiori script to the data file on the Map tab, there are various properties that can be set on individual fields and the entire script. The Properties panel on the right of the mapper is where you can specify allowed values, add padding, require field data, and more. It's important to note that the options shown in the Properties panel for the selected field will change, depending on the field that is selected in the mapper. Start by selecting a field from the basic view in the mapper. On the right, field properties for the selected field will show. The search bar can be used to search for a specific field property. You can select the view from how properties display by category or property name. When category is selected, the properties will be organized into different sections that can be expanded or collapsed for ease of navigation. The data category will show allowed values, data type, field length, lookup columns, padding, and transform formula. Allowed values lets you specify the set of values that are allowed for the field. Defining allowed values helps limit errors during data input. You can set allowed values by assigning limits, creating a static list of values, or by creating a dynamic lookup list of values. Allowed values can be accessed from these locations on the Map tab. Data type shows the SAP field data type that's used to define the technical properties of data objects in the SAP system. Field length refers to the maximum number of characters or bytes that a field can hold. The field length is closely related to and determined by the field's data type, shown in the same column of the mapper. Lookup columns can be used to retrieve specific field information. Using this function allows you to retrieve the globally unique identifier from dependent fields. This function is not limited to GUID retrieval and can be used for any field where the lookup feature is available. Padding allows you to add extra characters, such as spaces or zeros, to the beginning or end of a field to meet specific SAP system requirements. This ensures field values match the exact length or format required by SAP systems. It also helps resolve issues when field values don't meet specific SAP field requirements. Prepad with spaces adds spaces before the original value. Prepad with zeros adds zeros before the original value. Postpad with spaces adds spaces after the original value. Studio cannot automatically predict which fields require padding, so you should be aware of specific SAP field requirements that require this in advance. Padding settings should be determined based on your SAP team recommendation. Padding can be accessed from these locations on the Map tab. Transforms allow you to modify or manipulate data values during the mapping process. Transforms provide a way to modify data dynamically during script execution. You can apply various transformation rules to manipulate data. The transform can write to either a new cell or overwrite an existing mapped cell. Transforms can be accessed from these locations on the Map tab. The Mapping category will show data required, field-enabled, loop column, map direction, and mapped from. Data required allows you to mark a specific field as mandatory during data mapping. When you enable this feature for a field, it ensures that if the field is empty, the entire transaction or script will be skipped, and the data for that transaction will not be uploaded to SAP. This feature helps ensure data completeness and integrity, and provides a way to control which transactions are processed based on field data presence. Required data can be enabled or disabled from these locations on the Map tab. Map direction specifies how the data will be transferred between Studio and SAP. Map direction can be accessed or changed from these locations on the Map tab. Mapped from indicates the column the field is mapped to in the data file. The column the field is mapped to can be accessed or changed from these locations on the Map tab. Scrolling down in the field properties will show additional general and screen categories. The general category will show any developer comments that have been provided, field description, field name, and document type. Fast actions for some field properties are available in the mapper. Right-click on a field in the mapper to show the available field properties. The options here will allow you to provide a comment, add padding, change the map direction, require data, set allowed values, or add a transform formula. In the mapper, you can double-click to change the field description or field name. Click the type and length for a selected field in the column to change the padding. Click the mapping for a selected field in the column to change the mapping direction. Back at the Properties panel, you can click the Script button to switch from Field Properties to Script Properties. This shows categories and different properties that can be set on your script. The Fiori App Information category will show application version, app description, app title, and the URL. The Additional Properties category will show architecture type, Fiori App ID, Fiori App Module, and OData version. The Creation category will show creation details for the script, including the studio user who created it, the date and time of creation, the studio version used, the SAP system utilized, and the SAP username of the creator. Scrolling down in the Script Properties panel will show additional general and script file categories. The General category will show any developer comments that have been provided for the script, the object type, recording time in seconds, the script name that has been saved, and the script title. When you use Studio to record a Fiori app in SAP, Studio logs the amount of time it takes to step through the app and make the recording. Studio then uses that value when determining the ROI, return on investment, value in the logs. If you were interrupted during the recording, you can manually change the number so that you have a more accurate ROI value. The Script File category will show if you have marked the script as a favorite, locked the script, the recording level, script path, script type, and script version. You can mark a script as a favorite from the File tab. Below Recent Items, click the star icon to mark the script as a favorite. You can lock a script when it's open in Studio. From the File tab, click Save on the open script and check the Lock Script box. In the boxes, set the password for the script. When enabled, this will require anyone to enter a password to open the script. You now know all about the Properties panel and the different field and script properties that can be set in Studio. Be sure to check out our other Studio videos to support your script creation process. Thanks for watching. See you again soon.